So Kelly reminded me to talk to Tali a couple of times. I should do that now. Head down to engineering.
The new armor reinforcements really threw off the gravimetric profiles. But engines are good to go. I rebalanced the Gilborn coefficients and adjusted the anterior intakes on the second-tier stabilizers.
I love it when you talk dirty.
Yep.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I may need your help.
What's new?
I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again. I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
You'd think.
Nobody who knows you could believe you betray your people, Tali.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
So no prison and no death penalty?
Seems like
we don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
Now a bunch of hippies.
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Honora Vanya Vassilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned, posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
Yeah, let's hope.
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
Okay, let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard.
I've always got time for you, Tali.
With the flotilla's current location. The admirals will be waiting for us.
Alright then. We'll deal with that later. It's my favorite time to deal with these crew personal crises. Let's do a little mission to introduce Tali. Imminent ship crash over here in Pylos Nebula. Could have done this right after Haystrom. That would have been a good time since I would have had Squad Disruptor. And I could respec. I've got plenty of Ezo, but I'm cheap, so we'll just go like this. And you know, let's see. MSV Broken Arrow. Anomaly detected. Scans detect a rapidly decaying derelict ship in orbit over the planet Jonas. Registration matches the MSV Broken Arrow. Ship's manifest notes volatile munitions cargo on board. If left undisturbed, the ship's trajectory will lead to impact with Jonas. High probability that the crash site will be Fargo, NE. Maybe it's Fargon. I like Fargo, NE. Jonas is just human colony. A bunch of North Dakotan went up and formed a colony. And they added NE to the end of Fargo. Yes, that is it. Guest signatures detected aboard MSV Broken Arrow. You know, whenever you fight Geth, you need Team Dextro. Some powerful enemies are nearly invulnerable to conventional weapons. To survive fights with them, find their weak spots and keep firing. I think that applies to like, what, one enemy in the entire game. So... Team Dextro. Alright, Garrus we know and love. He's already leveled up. Tali. Now, Tali's an interesting character. She went from being possibly one of the most useful squad mates in Mass Effect 1 to becoming pretty much a niche character in this game, where she's pretty good against synthetics and not so great against any of the other factions. Her powers are combat drone, AI hacking, and energy drain. Now, the thing about combat drone is it's pretty decent power, especially on Shepard Engineer, but on the squad mates, look at this cooldown, 30 seconds. It's just way too long to be all that useful. It does do decent distraction, and it'll distract Harbinger even, but the recharge time is much longer than the practical duration, which, I mean, its duration's listed as 18 seconds, but it doesn't survive that long on Insanity. So, you have a weird choice to make. You can try to make her best for just synthetic missions in general and not worry about the other factions, or you can try to make her more generalized, which is really going to depend on doing her loyalty mission and getting energy drain. But that's something you may want to put off until later, especially if you want to take the secret squad mate on her loyalty mission. In any case, I'm going to probably just get 2 in drone right now, and then I'm going to get hacking, which you'll note that hacking, the increased levels basically just increase duration, and then you get a shield layer. So I'm going to get rank 2 of hacking, which is usually good enough. 3's almost certainly good enough, and 4 is really unnecessary in my opinion. You have long duration versus an area hack, and honestly, this is one of the few powers where I like the improved version. So you can use it longer on elite enemies, and really hacking multiple guys at the same time isn't very helpful. In any case, that's fine there. Her passive gives extra duration, which is good for hacking and drone, but is completely useless for energy drain. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just gonna dump all those points in passive, and Engineer gives more duration, Mechanic gives more weapon damage, so go ahead and take Engineer there. These 9 points are just gonna stick around until she gets energy drain, which will be a while from now. She's got shotgun and pistol training, which isn't the best as far as weapons go, but put Eviscerator or GPS on her, or just stick with the pistol. It's usually the best idea.
Warning. Collision with the planet's surface is imminent.
Oh, those cheeky Geth, always causing trouble. It'd be kinda nice to have Disruptor here for my Claymore, but now, with Tali and your Q&E commands, she's pretty likely to use drone if there's more than one enemy together, so I'd put it hacking on the hotkey if you want to use it. And of course you want to use it. So anyway, Just throw Cryo on here. Yeah, let's do it. Captain's log. Yellow alert. I'm moving the ship to yellow alert. While we have seen no signs of trouble, I'm not so sure we won't run into any Geth this far out. We have to be prepared for anything. I've told it's a terrible idea to go this far out towards Geth territory, but these colonies need to defend themselves. Sometimes I think the only thing keeping the crew from shriveling up in fear is the 100 crates of military-grade weaponry on board. A little short leave when we get to Nariph system will do us all some good. We have a lot of deliveries to make, and it's not going to get any friendlier out here. That's a really bad Captain Kirk. Red alert. Moving the ship to red alert. The Geth are attacking. We're ill-equipped for an attack of this magnitude, but we'll do everything we can to survive this. These colonies need these weapons, and this attack is further proof of how dire the situation is out here. Signing off. This will be the last entry in this log. Given the severity of the Geth attack, I have ordered all hands to evacuate and head toward the colony. Should the Geth succeed in capturing this ship, they also gain control of the 100 crates of weapons in the cargo hold. Therefore, I'm using my authorization codes to scuttle the ship, hopefully destroying the Geth that remain aboard. I intend to stay aboard to make sure the ship dies gracefully. My plan is to disable the ship's engines, thus causing our orbit to decay. This will bring the MSV Broken Arrow down to the surface where the self-destruct timer will destroy the ship. I must be careful. If I fail, there's no telling where the ship will end up. Yep. Oh, pfft. Do everything key strikes again. Let's see. Earth, little C thing, resistor, capacitor, and antenna. Alright.
Enemy! I'm on it! Shield to fail!
Well, I misclicked with my hack on Tali, so you didn't get to see it. Grab that metagel. Override the engine room seal. Nav status offline. Life support damage. Hull breach detected. Local atmosphere venting to space. Engines disabled. To restore power, re-engage the power couplings. Warning, atmospheric entry detected. Impact with planetary surface imminent. Yep, that's why they call it imminent ship crash. Oh yeah, don't forget this iridium. It's important. I'll just go to my little half-ass disruptor. Put the squad in cover back there. And come up here. There we go. Now you need to clear these guys out before you try to activate the couplings, or else guys will just knock you off of it basically.
I'm on it.
Especially these rocket assholes.
Go get them, Chatika.
My pleasure.
Yep, there goes the drone, so you can watch the drone waste the cooldown time. Takes a little while to activate these couplings. There we go. Here's some iridium. After you get the first coupling, just run across here. And then go back in cover.
You got it.
Since this guy's just hiding like a pansy, you can actually go activate the coupling, but I don't want to show that because that would make it a little easier than necessary. So another wave should come out. There they come. Yeah, hacked.
My pleasure.
And then that trooper's there. Should be a rocket guy coming out soon. Yep.
My pleasure. Affirmative.
Hacking their system.
Affirmative. Attacking target. Attacking target.
So you get that wave, specifically the rocket guy, because he's the one that likes to stagger. Hit this power coupling and then you're pretty much done. Since the squad's safe, you can just run up here and the Geth won't be able to do much to you. You have to do a little bypass action. You hear the battle, but your squad should be able to handle it. And you're done. Not really the longest or most dangerous mission, but it's Geth, so you can kind of show or see what Tali does against Geth. Hacking's pretty good. Cooldown is a lot better than drone's long-ass cooldown. Mission summary. Stabilized MSV Broken Arrow. Remaining Geth have disengaged. The colony is safe. XP 156, credit 7500, and 2000 Iridium. Infiltrators can use tactical cloaks to avoid enemy detection, but they can't regen shields or health while cloaked. Interesting. I think we've pretty much covered every squad member at least a little bit, except for Zaeed actually, but I don't like Zaeed. I'll cover him real quick. He's got concussive shot, disruptor ammo, and then his bonus power is incendiary grenade, so I don't find much use for him. Concussive shot is pretty bad. Disruptor ammo is a squad power. I mean, as it's with the squad evolution's okay, but usually you don't really need it. It's not like one of the great CC ammo powers like incendiary or really cryo, so Garrus is much better overall. People say, yo, Garrus is just synthetic. But no, there's so many shields in this game, you want area overload, and Garrus got the best one. Anyway, that's all for now.